What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Joe's Madness. We are back live with Andrei Arlovski versus Marcin Tybura at UFC Fight Night 111 with my live streaming full fight commentary. If you're new to the channel and have a passion for combat sports, punch that subscribe button into submission here at Joe's Madness on YouTube. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to take a moment and slap that like button like a pimp. Share the video with your family and friends and let us know what you think in the comment section as well. So, here we go. The fight is about to start. This one is happening quick. Where Arlovski's 38, Marcin is 31. They both basically have the same reach at 78 for Marcin and 77 for Andrei Arlovski. This is going to be an awesome juggernaut heavyweight co-main event of the evening. We have Andrei the Pitbull Arlovski, ranked number 8 with 25 wins, 14 losses, and 1 no contest, versus the ranked number 13 heavyweight Marcin Tybura from Poland at 15 wins and 2 losses, who is going to walk out with another W and a loss. Will Marcin go to 15-3, or will he be 16-2? Will Andrei Arlovski go to 26-14, or will he fall to 25-15 at the end of this fight? Who is going to win this awesome fight? Well, my prediction was for Andrei Arlovski to win this one. I am a long-time fan of the Pitbull Arlovski. Marcin is no slouch, though. This man is a warrior, and it is going to be intense as these two men throw down the leather in the heavy hands. A former champion. This is going to be awesome. The Pitbull, Andrei Arlovski versus Marcin Tybura. The referee in charge is going to be John Sharp. So who is going to win this one? How long will this fight last? Marcin is in the red trunks with the black trim, and Andrei has got the black trunks with the white trim. Here we go. Throwing down. They tap gloves real quick, and here we go. Marcin is kind of putting the pressure on Arlovski. He kicks Arlovski in the shin. Well, the thigh, I mean. They're both trying to decide on that range. Marcin with a front kick to find that distance and misses. Andrei with a spinning back kick that connects on the belly of Marcin. Marcin goes for a head kick and connects on the arm of Arlovski. Arlovski kicks him in the belly but gets his leg caught by Marcin. Marcin is on top of Arlovski, and he's punching Arlovski in the ribcage as Arlovski is bear hugging his head, and Marcin's punching him in the head, trying to. Arlovski's bear hugging him as he's in his guard. Marcin's on top of Andrei in the first minute as he went for a kick to the body and got taken down by Marcin. Marcin's trying to walk around Arlovski, but Arlovski is holding on to the arms and the head of Marcin. He's doing double hooks to the arms, trying to control the arms, and Arlovski hit him in the face a couple times as Marcin broke free, but Marcin hit Arlovski as well. Arlovski's getting hit. They're both locked up with each other. Marcin's trying to stand tall over Arlovski, and he misses with a forearm that connects on the mat. He's trying to go into a neck hold on him. Arlovski is holding the arms of Marcin. Marcin's standing straight up with his hips in the air over Arlovski. Arlovski is trying to bear hug Marcin, and he's holding on to Marcin's arms and then bear hugging him again, where Marcin's on top of him. It looked like Arlovski was going to maybe try to go for some kind of submission attempt there for a moment, as they're both kind of dropping forearms on each other. Arlovski is got a neck forearm on his neck. He's trying to scoot out and get onto his side and then break free. Marcin is trying to take his back. Marcin is on the back of Arlovski, punching him in the head, and now he's got he's got both legs in on him. Arlovski's trying to scramble out and trying to get out on top of him. Arlovski is being full mounted by Marcin. Marcin is punching him with lefts and rights, a bunch of right hands and hammer fists. Arlovski's trying to swim out of it. Arlovski's trying to get out of it. Marcin is hitting him with a bunch of back fist hammers, and this is still going on. Arlovski's almost out of it. He's trying to hip out of it. Marcin is throwing a lot of punches down, and he hits him with a forearm. Arlovski is getting hand control onto Marcin. Marcin is kind of gassing himself out, it looks like here, and he's still in full mount on Arlovski. This is crazy as he has gotten full mount on him. Oh, a nasty forearm, and he hits him with a forearm when he lifts up Arlovski, and now he punches him with some right hands. Arlovski rolls over to his back, over to his side, and Marcin has got both legs wrapped around him, and he's punching Arlovski over and over again. Marcin is trying to rain down strikes, but he's intelligently defending himself. Arlovski's trying to pop out of it. Arlovski's eating a lot of back fist hammers by Marcin on top of his side. Arlovski is trying to fight out of it. He's getting rocked a bunch of times, and Marcin is on top of him, and he lays on top of Arlovski. Arlovski bear hugs him, and the crowd is roaring and going crazy as Arlovski is being beaten, pummeled by Tybura. Marcin is still on him. Arlovski rolls over to his knees, and he's getting punched in the back and inside of the head by Marcin. We've got 40 seconds to go in the first round. Can Arlovski survive the round? What is going to happen here? Marcin is still on the back of Arlovski. Arlovski's defending himself still. Marcin is pretty far up there. Arlovski is on his knees. Marcin is trying to keep his hooks in on Arlovski. Arlovski rolls out of it, and Arlovski is up on top of Marcin, and now he's standing up with him, and Arlovski's throwing heavy hands down to Marcin as we've got a couple of seconds left. Oh, he hits him with a nasty right hand. He hits him with an uppercut, a left and a right, and a left and a right, and a right, and he's going. Oh, and now we're going to a second round. Wow, intense fight. Arlovski makes a comeback at the end of the first round. Arlovski was getting pummeled and bulldogged all over the ground and beaten and pummeled by the big man Marcin. Arlovski is a tough brute warrior, and he stays in this one. Arlovski stayed in this. Very intense stuff here. Wild fight. That was crazy. Definitely, Marcin definitely won that round, but it was an awesome comeback for Arlovski in that fight. Now, how is that gonna end up affecting, Marcin coming into this round? Arlovski is back. Arlovski putting pressure on him, kicks him in the head. He goes with a lot of lefts and rights. Marcin's trying to fight him off. Arlovski bulldogs him up against the cage, and he locks up with him, knees him in the thigh. It looks like Arlovski is going to take him down to the ground. Arlovski and Marcin are just up against the cage, bear hugging it out right now. Knees to the thigh by Arlovski on a Marcin. Arlovski with a forearm. Oh, a knee to the belly by Arlovski on a Marcin. And now he's bear hugging him. Arlovski and Marcin are fighting up against the cage, grating him up against the cage like a piece of cheese on a cheese grater. Both of these men used a ton of energy in that first round, and Arlovski trying to bulldog Marcin down to the ground. Marcin. And Arlovski fighting it out here. Who is going to take this victory here? What's going to happen? Arlovski has a leg wrapped up around in between Marcin's legs, getting ready to trip him and take him down to the ground. From what it looks like, they're fighting up against Arlovski's, getting ready to scoop that leg and trip it down. Marcin's leg is up in the air, up against the cage. He eats a uppercut from Arlovski up against the cage. Arlovski bear hugging Marcin up against the cage. Oh, lefts and rights, uppercuts. Arlovski with a knee to the head of Marcin. Marcin wobbly and falls into the cage, and he leans forward with a right hand, and Arlovski grabs him and trips him up and down. Tybura almost got the back of Arlovski. Arlovski gets his back as they're standing up against the cage. This is quite the war between these two juggernauts going to war here at UFC Fight Night 111, UFC Singapore. Andrei Arlovski versus Marcin Tybura. This is crazy. Arlovski scooping down for a takedown. Marcin trying to fight it as they're up against the cage. Marcin's back is against the cage. Arlovski is standing far out, kneeing Marcin in the thigh. Arlovski's definitely winning this round. We've got 2 minutes to go in the second round. Are we going to see a third round or not? I'm hoping not. I'm hoping we see a finish here in the second round with the pitbull Andrei Arlovski with a forearm to Marcin up against the cage. Marcin looks very gassed, breathing heavy. Arlovski's imposing his will on Marcin as he knees him in the gut. A knee to the thigh again. Oh, Marcin reverses, then Arlovski reverses and gets Marcin back up against the cage. Arlovski and Marcin are fighting for underhooks and fighting for control. Both of these guys are in a stale rest position, but it's been quite the war with these two. We've got 1 minute, 5 seconds to go in the second round. The referee is going to break them up as they were hunched over on top of each other up against the cage, and nothing was being done for quite some time. They both go for kicks at the same time. Marcin comes leaping in on Arlovski and gets blocked. Arlovski throwing hands. They knee to the chest by Marcin. Arlovski says he got poked in the eye by Marcin. Arlovski punches Marcin and then goes and bulldogs him up against the cage. 30 seconds to go in the second round with Andrei Arlovski and Marcin Tybura. Wow. I definitely did not expect this to go this far. I know these are very tough fighters and they're both very durable and, able to take a hellacious beating, but they both burned a lot of energy in that first round. Arlovski going for a takedown, a single leg. No, he lets go of it and goes lefts and rights onto Marcin's head, and then he goes for a front kick to the face that doesn't really connect. And now we're going to be going to a third and final round as both of these men are looking very tired and gassed. What is going to happen here? Are we going to see a knockout, or is this one going to end up going the distance? If it goes the distance, it's all about who wins this round, because I have it 1 round apiece. I feel that Marcin won the first round 10-9. Arlovski won the second round 10-9. So it's all tied up at 19 apiece here, in my opinion, in the second going into the third round with Arlovski versus Tybura. It is going to be pretty wild when we get a third round here. Somebody going to get smashed and banged out, and put to sleep. Somebody going to get knocked out, choked out, TKO, or are we going to get a judge's decision? I am hoping that we get something with the judge, I'm hoping we get some kind of knockout here. Here we go. A kick by Arlovski to the gut. I see some punches to the belly. Oh, an uppercut by Arlovski after throwing a right hand. Arlovski went with a spinning elbow that missed, or spinning back fist. Clinches up with Marcin, and he eats a strike, and then Marcin reverses it and gets Arlovski up against the cage. Arlovski's fighting the takedown. Oh, elbow by Arlovski to the side of the head of Marcin. Arlovski is fighting for that arm, trying to maybe go for a Kimura, and he's putting a lot of weight down on Marcin. I see Arlovski maybe go for a guillotine possibly here. Marcin's very sweaty, and so is Arlovski. They're both very wet right now, so it'll be very difficult to get a submission, but you never know what can happen in a fight. With 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the third round. Will we see a finish here? Oh, Marcin got the single leg, scooped it up, took him down. Arlovski's on one knee with the leg sprawled out. It isn't a full takedown as Marcin has his body sprawled out, and he's on his knees. He hasn't gotten on top of Arlovski yet. He's trying to scoop him up. Arlovski's standing back up. Oh, and he gets the legs together and he takes him down. Arlovski's on his back now. Marcin trying to slither up and get a full mount. Arlovski is locking his legs up around his legs. Right now, I have it tied up a round apiece for both guys, but in the third round right now, Marcin is winning this round if it stays this way with Marcin on top of Arlovski. Arlovski is wrapping up the arms of Marcin and not letting him do anything and bear hugging him. Marcin is trying to get some ground and pound going, but not able to really get much going. Arlovski is sliding up toward the cage, and Marcin is getting out of the out of the guard of Arlovski. He's got the legs out, but Arlovski is trying to sweep him over, and we got a half guard for Tybura over Arlovski. Arlovski is trying to slide out from underneath it. Marcin is on the top of Arlovski still with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third round. Wow. Crazy. Arlovski is getting bulldogged around by Tybura. He's trying to get up on his hip and on his side. He's getting close to getting up. Marcin is on his knees trying to punch Arlovski. Arlovski's back to his back now. Arlovski is getting punched a little bit in the half guard by Marcin. Arlovski's trying to get up and out of it, and he's fighting for it. Marcin is trying to take his back. Marcin has got a hook in on Arlovski, and he's punching him in the back of the head, or the side of the head, and he's trying to get a rear naked chokehold in onto Arlovski. Arlovski's fighting for hand control here and not letting him get underneath the neck. Trying to get the body triangle onto Arlovski. Arlovski's trying to roll over, and he's trying to turn, and Kimura Marcin ends up on top and full mount on Arlovski, and he hits him with a heavy elbow and forearm and punching him with side punches to the head. Arlovski's trying to buck off Marcin. Marcin is on top of him still, and he gets a hook on him. Arlovski is back to his knees, trying to get up with Marcin on his back. Marcin back to his side with Arlovski, and he's got Arlovski's back, and he's got a hook in on him, trying to lock up the hooks. And Arlovski's trying to swim over. Arlovski almost got over on top of Marcin. Marcin able to get back on top, being able to stay up on top of Marcin with 24 seconds to go. It looks like we're going to have a decision for Marcin over Arlovski. Oh, Marcin with a knee to the belly of Arlovski. Arlovski with an elbow to the ribcage. Marcin trying to punch him, and we've got 10 seconds left, and then we're going to the judge's decision on this fight as well. And then we'll be going to the main event. So I have this one for Marcin, 29-28. Or to be, yeah. Wow. Quite the fight for the legend, Andrei Arlovski, the Pitbull. Man, Marcin could have stopped him in the first round, but he showed how tough and how badass he is, and hung in there and stayed in there for another 2 rounds after being battered in the first round by Marcin. It would be nuts if this ended up being a draw, or if 2 judges, there is, I don't know how any, like, I am a huge fan of Arlovski and I would love to see him get the win, but from what happened, Marcin won 2 rounds to 1 over Arlovski, in my opinion. You know, it's crazy. What a war between these two men. Both of them went out on their shield. They both went out there and put it out there. It was a very intense and awesome fight. Excuse me. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to take a moment and slap that like button like a pimp. Share the video with your family and friends, and let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. It's going to be interesting. I'm surprised it's taken this long for the judges to render their decision. Kind of surprised. I would have expected the judges to have already rendered it. It must be, maybe it's a split decision, or maybe it's a draw. I do have Marcin winning it 2 rounds to 1. So we're still waiting for the judges' decision on this. Very surprised it's taken them this long to get the decision in there. But after this fight, we'll be taking a quick break, and then we'll be back with the next fight, with the main event of Holm versus Bethe Correia for the main event. But here we go with the decision. They say he isn't ready yet. Waiting for buffer. (29-28), 28-27, 29-27. You winner by unanimous decision. Marcin Tybura wins this one. So, he won the fight. I would have loved to have seen Arlovski win it. I couldn't argue with myself and see Arlovski taking the win with how Marcin won the first and third round. So, everything's going good. You're welcome for the commentary. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. We will be back in a moment with the main event. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be very intense and intriguing fight to see how Holly does after losing 3 fights in a row, I believe, from what I recall. So gonna take a quick break, and then we'll be back with the main event in a couple of minutes. Thanks for watching. Combat sports is awesome, and you guys are amazing.